Hello, welcome to another edition of Taco Gaming. It is great to have you on this fine Wednesday morning. Hope you're doing well. Today we are going to beat Biomutant. At least I believe we are. I've put it into the stream that we are. I believe we are. It's going to be a good day. Hope you're having a great day yourself.
How can something as... Welcome to Biomutant.
So now we're on to the last World Eater. Hopefully to save the World Tree.
How far underground do you think you are?
Alright, let's go see Wiz. Hey, B Savage, how are you doing today, buddy? Well, yeah, it's always great to not be late for work.
Peace in a place like this won't last. It never does. Look at that plastic scrap, just waiting for someone to do something with it. The SURGESURF factory. Keep your eye out for Wiz while you're here. Let's see.
I just took a whiz.
Look at the notices on that board. No one paid much attention to them, it looks like. Wiz should be around here somewhere. A SURGESURF factory was one. The thicker the surf there are sure to be more. Woos isn't easy on the tongue, but I think he says he's happy to see a friendly face. Not too... Says it's good to see you again. He's Wiz. You might remember him from the old days when he let you try his octopod? Wiz remembers you were such a cheery kid, and he's glad to see that light hasn't faded from you, despite the years. They've been here for you since you were a kidling, but when you left, you also chose to distance yourself from everyone that cared. Wiz says our memory keeps things for us, preserves them until we are ready to face them again. He knows you've returned to face Lupa Lupin, and that confrontation is as inevitable as the tides.
I thought I versed
He's
Lupin
not
Lupin.
surprised that the loss of your family could plunge you into the depths forever, but you've always been able to rise. He knows that though the tides of history may push you in one direction, ultimately it's your choice. You were the one to be wronged and have... Asks if you ever think about freedom and were there any... Glad to hear that. Amazed the world is going to continue on, but happy to hear it. Still so many things to invent. Impressed that you fought so hard to keep the world spinning. Thinks you were smart to join with the Myriad. They have a rainbow of ways to approach any problem. Says they're unified in the ways that matter. Wiz says that you should let the past dwell in the depths. But there's something else down there too, gnawing at the Tree of Life. He's named it the Merc Puff. He can't leave the Surge Station, so you must help him find a tug twister. It's definitely made to lend a helping hand and do the heavy lifting. Toxanol records mention. Everything is at stake.
Oh, I want the moose mount. But I have Majute. I don't want Majute. Stupid Majute. Alright, where are you? Yeah, suck on that! Roar!
Wow, wow, wow.
Roar! They didn't like that very much.
Impressed you found that, despite all the goo. This place has held power for anything that's... Glad you found that trap. smart foe would leave.
Ow.
Nothing beats the darkness.
The darkness. Good thing I'm resistant to cold. Whee! Oh, wrong one.
Get up!
I dodged that. Ow! Power bomb. Don't want to go down yet. Man, this is a big area. Hello. And that's how that's done.
The hours fly by in the dark.
let's get to the main quest. Just so happens that's the quickest route to kind of get to it.
What doesn't kill you?
Hello. Running and running and running and running.
Shot.
Ow. Ow.
Don't want to point a finger, but the MEKASTADIUM is near here. Should be able to see farther soon. That's more than stuck. Definitely not open.
I think they want me to go a certain way. Okay, seriously? That was pointless.
Just a few moves left. Make them count. You need to line up the switches so they match. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework.
Gonna do some quick crafting. Gonna check the shoulders. We got 39. It's got the rack pad plus, okay. Sorry guys, I'm just going through the loot to make sure I've got the best stuff on. I think I'm going to stop there.
You need to loosen the bolts without unsettling it.
Seriously?
That's it. The tug twister's loose. Let's hope it turned the grabbing hand into a helping hand, too. Go see what you can see in this fresh day.
Alright, I'm going to return to Wiz. I'm not going to putz around with that stupid thing.
He believed the tug twister would do the trick, but now realizes brute force won't do the trick. You need... Well, he means slick, as in greasy, so you can lube the hinges of the lid. He can't... He says the lid should open if you sprinkle grease it. Problem is, he's all out. He knows his old friend Choo Choo always keeps his... He stresses that you should come... Wiz.
Alright, let's go visit Choo Choo. Luckily for me, I know Choo Choo.
Choo Choo knew you would make it to him one day. All wonders who doesn't. You seem like you're whichever way you go. Wants to know if you've ever regretted taking. Seems like the world came out of. Can't thank you enough for hit. But let's not get deep. Says he's surprised to see anyone this far out. As you can see, he didn't plan to make a... He's been off track since the world started. Thinks that's fine, but there's... He's convinced the tracks are like the paths. This time, though, he was sidetracked and needs a new wingnut to get back on track. Wingnuts are easy to find, as they're fitted on any in-front CHUGTUNNEL. Says you're just... Choo Choo says he hopes this stopover is over, so as you'll see. Be gentle, this mount's a breather.
Let's go, Majute. We have lots of ground to cover. Yep, that hurt.
The WINGNUT CHUGTUNNEL. It goes on forever. Some of the beasts who live here have never seen day. That's going to leave a mark. Made it count. So bright out now.
Oh. I'm so blind. Okay, for some reason my Really? I didn't even know I got the wingnut. Okay. I'll take that as a victory.
Choo Choo says he'd be happy to part with his spare grease sprinkler, as he keeps it safe in a box on the handcart in case of emergency. It's on the cart. He wants to keep. Choo Choo says you should help. It's a versatile tool from. He's convinced you'll put it to good use, as there are lots of. Choo Choo says he can't wait to get out of this. Says you. Wheel the control box handles to buzz the wire. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Wired up and ready to go. The world needs a shower sometimes too. You shouldn't worry about smashing up the box. Choo Choo says he's convinced there was a bigger reason you met. Sometimes he believes you've got what it takes to. Figures everyone chooses their own path. Choo Choo says he's ready to pack up and. Wouldn't be surprised if you met.
Fast travel.
Wiz says that there's no plan to confront the Merc-Puff until the octopod is properly armed. He knows you'll need something that packs enough boom to put a dent in that shell, or better yet, head. He says his old friend Boom makes all. There's a rumor that some of Boom's pyro sticks shot off and are out there roaming free. You should keep an eye on the horizon for He's a.
Alright. Let's go find Boom's pyro sticks.
That's a BANGPLANT, where Toxanol used to make all sorts of splody things before it blew up in their faces. Control your destiny, or someone else will. That looks like an unbanged pyro stick on the loose. Better catch it before it goes off. Don't see that every day.
All right. I think we finally got everything. Hey, Hawk. How are you doing today? The pyro sticks will cause a bang, but he hopes so, as there's no plan B, or more correctly, plan C. Out of Date has named this plan B. Plan A was to take on the World Eaters by foot, or flaps in this case. Turns out swimming down there was a bad idea. Wiz has been working on another cannon, but instead of pyro sticks, it squirts guppos. Scaly distractions for anyone with an appetite disorder, and irresistible for the merc-puff in particular. Seems the best way to find guppos is go talk to Gil. He has a natural sonar and knows where the guppos sub the surf. This means you'll have to go visit Gil at BURBLEBOTTOM. Find guppos. Wow, so many like fetch quests for this. Maybe I won't beat the game today.
Check out that day.
By the way, I should upgrade resistance.
We are booking it.
A brick-brack that's still standing. Now, that's a find. Let's see.
P-post.
This is Burblebottom, residence. Happy to finally get to... Figures it's impossible. It must have been upstream only to get to this point. It's crazy hard to flipper against the surf, but you can't save the world. Either way, it's a shame the surf has... Thinks life is like trying to ride a wave. You... Wonders who would want to. The right wave. Can't imagine how wonderful... Can't thank you enough for fun. Happy you ride alongside the myriad. Says they shine so bright. They glitter on the waves. But none of that's nearly as important as enjoying... He never drank from this pond because of the Even the fish stopped drinking here after the pollution made the surf mucked and the air... He figures the Tree of Life isn't drinking either. Or, well, that's not true. Figures you're right, but that doesn't mean he has to drink that. His friend Wiz needs guppos for one reason or another, and Gil is ready to point you in... But here, you're only going to find dead ones. He's pretty sure Wiz wants them alive. Well, at least the one... If you head in the right direction, you'll find it... Figures he's always been a friend.
Alright. I tell you, they don't make anything easy in this game.
Don't worry too much about how dangerous it can be here.
How did you end up there? You silly mount, you. Ignore them. Alright. There's the bridges that we need to cross. Alright. Ow.
Now that's a flesh wound. Who can stand against that? Sharp steel.
Rawr.
You always find good use for things like that. Shrug it all off.
Let's see here. Ooh, it's kind of cool.
Stay on top and you'll be fine. This is Guppy Grotto.
Ah. I was gonna say.
Just a few moves left. Make them count. There's so much more below the ground.
There we go. Find a way out. That looks like a way out. Irritating that.
A Reaper?
I have to, like, do that.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
there are some gorgeous colors returning to the world. Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Hey, I'm out. Return to Wiz. Finally. Alright. I don't know what next. He's gonna ask for, like, the fuel for the stupid thing? Trying to think of what else he might ask for.
It's time for an adventure, for good or bad. That seems to be enough guppos to provide the octopod with infinite ammunition. He's surprised the Merkpuff's been able to hold its breath all this time. It's just another proof of the evolutionary change caused by Toxanol's contamination. Being undersurf has meant the Merkpuff has been left alone to munch on the root down there under... This means the northwest route has... The marks the corporation left behind on the land are everywhere, but they also abandoned technology of which he should...
All right. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Glenn. I would love to like chat with you at the moment, but big fight. Ow! Oh, he's gonna be angry now. Ow. Health pack. Ow. Ow. Oh. Ow, ow, ow. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know why it was pixelated.
That was the last of them. You've sealed the fate of the tribe and the tree. It's time for the end game. You have your destiny. Follow it all the way back to Out of Date. He never told anyone about what's next, but he's sure it involves you.
Oh boy.
Just continue to stay true to yourself and respect others whatever happens. You've become their pride, the guiding light of the tribe. It's time to return to the tree one last time.
Well, let's return to the tree. I don't know, Hawk. We'll see. I have a feeling like Out of Date's gonna like turn on me or something.
The heavy stuff won't come down for a while yet.
Heavy stuff.
Out of Date says the signs of the end of the world are everywhere. It seems nature is preparing to take revenge. The day of reckoning is coming, and you are invited. He can feel you're approaching the end date. If you haven't decided whom of all like-minded, light-hearted beings you've met have earned a seat on the Ark yet, it's time to do that now. Then grasp your last chance to make sure Loopalupin stopped for good. The tree settled its score, but it left yours half done. He says you need to see Loopalupin eye to eye one last time. He's happy to help. Understands you have other places you need to go. He says you need to see. He's happy to help.
Accept your destiny. End of the world. So the world is still gonna end? Well, what was the whole point of like saving the world tree then? None of this makes sense. And if it doesn't make sense, you must have quit. It's a Chewbacca defense. I definitely didn't offer Out of Date a seat.
The Sifu is seeking revenge too. He hasn't forgotten what Loopalupin did, but he also wants to stop him from attacking his tribe.
Can both?
That the world seems to survive doesn't mean he must. He hopes you agree, even if it goes against your light-hearted nature. There's no room for predators in the world the Myriad tribe is building. But he knows this is your fight. You should handle it. Loopalupin's own fear was his shackles, not the roots of the tree. It just changed him. You have a chance to stand back and let the tribe handle it.
Ow!
The Sifu is ready to step into the fray. Are the odds about to change in your favor?
They're already in my favor.
If a friend dies, something inside you dies. You can save the Sifu by making yourself a target. You're
Yep, I've definitely made myself a target.
Shockwaves spread when the world crumbles. This is not a prophecy, me telling you about the future. It's you shaping it. Here's a vulgar display of power.
Oh, this definitely feels like a world boss. Oh.
The more he does, the stronger he becomes.
Ah, crap.
It's time you remember who the real enemy is and stop playing the game his way.
I'm not playing the game his way. Ow.
This is how it ends. The Predator and the world itself suffering. But at least it's a sign they're both still alive.
He's still alive?
So, what we have here is a clear matter of life and death, and only you can make a difference.
Alright, audience. I'm gonna let Hawk and Teresa decide. Live and let live, or rest in peace. The audience gets to decide. I've been good so far. Live, live. Anyone else? Rest in peace. Three, two, one. Live.
You continue to make bad decisions and mistakes. Oh, it never ends.
It's easy to make a good decision when there's only one option. The only mistake here is you.
My mistake is letting you speak. My conviction is that the world would be a better place without your voice.
Convincing yourself doesn't win the argument. In the end, we won't remember the words of our enemies, but the silences of our friends.
The weak can't forgive. Forgiveness is a strength. It's not all life and death. It's no better time than now to accept a helping hand. Do you wonder what turn life might have taken if you'd done things different? A left when you went right? A yes when you said no? You've walked the thin line between survival and disaster and haven't lost your balance yet. It's because of you the Tree of Life and the world has been given a second chance. You carried the light in a world full of dark and made a difference in a place that needed change. You allied with the Myriad tribe and acted on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. However, light and dark does simply represent the polarities of life. One can't exist without the other. This isn't the end. Just being surrounded by nature as it heals itself will rejuvenate us. Nature will teach us how to survive. So, trust your conscience to show you the way, and everything else will follow.
I'm following my conscience, huh? What's my conscience telling me?
As foretold, you were destined to split the chains of this world. But you're not alone. You filled the Ark, and those that shared your perspective and gained your trust will accompany you on your journey. Is there a world out there that's better suited for those imbalanced in their light nature than this one? Whether or not, we'll leave your story on record, so those who come after will know you followed your light nature and saved the world. So, when all is said and done, it turned out to be an unusual ending after all. What could be better than ending the story the right way? Ending it your way, a beginning of something new.
Hey, I know Matt Forbeck. Written by Matt Forbeck. I actually know him. He lives in Madison, and I've actually talked to him quite a few times. He's a pretty good guy. I didn't realize he wrote for this game. Hello, King Leo, by the way. So there we have it, Biomutant. So what did I think of Biomutant? I'll give my mini review here. Was a very gorgeous game. Yeah, it had some times where it kind of pixelated a little bit, but I think that was the PS4, PS5 upconversion issues. Story was interesting. You know, it definitely had you know, social justice kind of real world hint type thing. It was very interesting, you know, very it was a very interesting kind of it fit the standard, you know, Zelda type storyline where you go to X area, then this area, you know, kind of type thing, you know, go to this temple type thing, and then, you know, complete the quest, and then fight the boss, you know, each section, and then kind of hit the main boss type thing. You know, that's the standard kind of open world Zelda type arc, which this game felt like. It was a very standard Zelda type arc. What else? The action was very Zelda-like, and actually, the controls and the actual gameplay was very fun. You know, the combos and hopping around and dodging and attacking and shooting. I will say the ranged was far stronger than the melee. And knowing that, I would definitely pick a ranged class over a melee class if I would have known that. That's my one disappointment. There could have been a better balance with that. Now, towards the end, it balanced a little bit, but not nearly as much. Because you still, like, you could just keep range on guys and just blast them. There were quite a few bugs. But what I'll give this game was it wasn't developed by a big studio. This was originally designed by 17 people and eventually was expanded to a larger team. And so this was a AA title. This wasn't your like huge AAA title, and for it to be like that, it was very good. You know, I'll give it a solid B for a game. You know, was it an Assassin's Creed or anything like that? No. But it was a fun, 30, 40-hour game. Would I necessarily spend $60 on it again? Probably not. I'd probably spend 40 to 30 on it. I try to spend $1 per hour on a game. That's what I usually like to try and spend on a game. And so this didn't really match that, but it is what it is. As far as next game, I believe I'm going to do the Yuffie DLC. I think that's the plan, is I'm going to do the Yuffie DLC next. It's that or Assassin's Creed Origins. Because I picked that up for super cheap on digital. It was on sale for like 80% off. So yep, another Assassin's Creed game, another open world game. But those have been a hit for everyone. Everyone seems to really like the Assassin's Creed games. This one takes place in Egypt. So, but I think I'm going to hit the Yuffie DLC, which comes out tomorrow. I think that'll be a huge hit, and we'll pull in some big subs and everything like that. I want to thank everyone for sharing, the links and helping bring subs over. We do have the contest coming up, once we hit 1K subs, where I'll be giving away a gaming chair. It's the same chair that I'm using now. It's already in the box in my garage, just waiting to be shipped once we hit that 1K. We're gaining about 2 subs a day, which is, it's growth. It's going to take a while, but we'll get there. I hope you all had a great time watching me play Biomutant. Please share in the comment section what you thought of Biomutant. And that's about it. Thank you all for watching. And until tomorrow, play more games. Oh, before I leave, Saturday and Sunday, there's going to be special coverage of E3. I'm going to have the Ubisoft conference at 2 p.m. Central on Saturday, and then I think it's the Xbox One on noon on Sunday. The Square Enix one at 2:15 on Sunday. And then there's another, and then there's the Warner Brothers one that is also on Sunday that they haven't announced the time yet. So I'm gonna do live reactions to all those. So it's gonna be a jam-packed weekend of lots of reactions. I'll probably still do a live stream of gaming on Saturday, but I probably won't on Sunday and just do the reactions, since that'll be a lot of hours of streaming on Sunday. So be sure to check those out, watch those with me, because I think that will be a great time. I think there's going to be, I have a lot of good expectations. And then Tuesday, I'm not going to make the Nintendo one when they do it, but I think I'm going to do a reaction of it afterwards when I get home, depending how I feel. But some of the actually, I'm going to save my expectations, because I might do a stream about my expectations. So, yep, that is everything I've got to say. I want to thank you all for watching, and until tomorrow, play more games.